full of Battleship and Apples to Apples and Uno and Settlers of Catan and Clue and Scrabble and Risk and Monopoly and Sorry and chess and Chinese checkers and regular checkers and Cranium and Scattergories and Don't Break the Ice and Dominoes, Guess Who, Dungeons and Dragons and Rubik's Cubes and 3D puzzles and crossword puzzles and word searches, and I'm out. That's it. That was board games and puzzles, because last week, whether or not you knew it, was board game and puzzle week, guys. That's right. Happy belated board week and puzzle week for me at Shank. It's me, Shank. We have an amazing episode for you this week. So this week we have an amazing episode for you with Michael Yo. But before we get into that, let me just tell you about some shows I have coming up. I will be headlining this weekend. That's right, this weekend, November 30th. I will be in Vegas. This week I will be in Vegas. That's right. I will be in Vegas November 30th. I will be headlining at the Don't Tell Comedy Show with Rachel Wolfson featuring. And then after that, I will be at the Phil Factory at 11:30. That's right. So if you're in Vegas, come out, and you can find more show dates on my Twitter and Instagram at Princess Shank. Princess like normal, and then another SHENK. Everyone knows that there's one thing I love, and that's weed. Why do I love weed? Because it calms me down. But I don't just love any weed. You can't just smoke whatever. That's why I smoke Absolute Extracts, ABX. That's right. You can check them out online, abx.org. And you can go on ease.com and enter discount code SHANK, SHENK, for 20% off. Yes, I love their Sleepy Time collection. They have this amazing Sleepy Time collection, heavy indica, Sleepy Time, different things. They got drops, sublingual drops. If you put them under your tongue right before bed, you'll be asleep in no time. They also have gel capsules, which are great if you suffer from insomnia. I can't recommend that enough. And they just have so many different cool things that they're doing. You can check them out. They have vape carts, they have sublingual drops, they have capsules, they have everything. So check them out. Discount code SHANK, SHENK, on ease.com. Support them because they support the show. Okay, guys, before we get into this week's episode, I just want to tell you a little bit about something that excites me, and that's Speedweed. Speedweed, thank you guys so much for sponsoring this podcast, and thanks to BetterBoxTV.com. Make sure to check them out as well. And thank you guys so much for listening to another episode of Shank. Here's this week's episode with Michael Yo. I hope you enjoy it. Thanks. Hi guys, welcome back to another episode of Shank. I'm Sara Weinshenk, and today's guest is Michael Yo.
Hello.
Hi, thank you so much for coming on. I'm excited to have you on.
I'm very excited to be here. I like your fancy digs here. Pretty cool.
Thank you. Yeah, well, this is the new studio. We're really excited about it. BetterBox, thank you. Speedweed. So yeah, let's get to know Michael Yo.
Let's do it.
Where are you from, and what got you into comedy?
You know what? I'm from Houston, Texas.
Okay.
So my dad's black, my mom's Asian, so I was like the only interracial kid in the whole area.
Okay.
Like it was very racist around the time I grew up, and that we went to an all-white school, pretty much all-white school.
Oh shit.
So in Texas, in Houston, Texas.
That's crazy.
So, I got called all kinds of names, but it's so funny because the stories that people called me back then, or the stories I got now, it's funny when you can put it in the comedy now.
Yeah.
So
totally.
I all throughout high school, it was like that. And then I went to college, University of Arkansas, played football, got too many concussions, had to quit.
Oh shit.
Yeah. It's crazy. Like that was before they even knew concussions were bad. I remember they go, "Oh, you just got your bell rung. Get back in there."
You
and
just got your
dizzy.
bell rung.
And you're dizzy and shit. And you're and then you go back in and play. But my last concussion knocked me out for a couple of hours. I woke up in ICU.
No.
Yeah. And then when the doctor, when I came to, the doctor said, two options. You can play, but you got to sit out a year, or you could just quit. And I'll go, I'm quitting. I need to move on with my life. And thank God, because now we know like what concussions do. And like players are killing themselves with CTE and all kinds of things. Like the guy I look up to when I was playing football back in the day, his name was Junior Seau, but he was one of the first people that committed suicide from head injuries, they think, because of CTE, hitting people. Because you're hitting people. Like they say, it's like every time somebody hits somebody straight up in football, it's like a car wreck. So you're putting your body through that, and at a college level, it was just too much for me. So I'm glad I got out, though.
Yeah, I did this social media for this former football player, and you could tell he got concussed one too many times. I was like, hello, is anything upstairs? Like,
hello?
Like, hello. He would just like sit in his office and like autograph stickers with his name on it over and over again. And I'm like, are you firing on all cylinders?
No.
Like, you have a lot of money, but like, are you okay?
Well, you know what's interesting is I was talking to my wife about this. I go, look, this is crazy, but I feel like with comedy, TV, acting, and everything, my career, even though I've been in the industry now 11 years, I feel like now it's starting to take off, and I'm really getting to do what I want to do. And if I would have played football, my body would have been all broke up. Who knows what had happened to my head? And then I don't want to say your life's over, but you don't hear those cheers anymore. So now you got to deal with, oh, you used to play, or you used to do that. And that's tough, man.
Like a former, like a former star, like a former football player.
Oh, like that's like if you never acted again and you were like, oh, you're a child star, you know, you're like, ugh. But I still, no, but you're not you're a child star, you know. So like a football player, just think, ever since you were like, back then they let you play football at like 7 or 8, and all the way till you're a grown man, like 25 to 32 years old is when you retire. So all that time you play football and got cheers, then all of a sudden you don't get those cheers anymore. And those cheers go to, oh man, you were great when you played, and you were this and you were that. You know?
Then you have like a full-on identity crisis.
I would think so.
Right?
Like I know when I couldn't play, it took me 2 years. I never got depressed or anything, but I was sad. It was just like, man, I can't play football anymore. For like 2 years, it took me like 2 years to get over not wanting to play anymore.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I was never good at sports. I played them, but I was never
Were you forced
good.
to play? Or did you want to play?
I wanted to, but I also wanted to be good, but I never got good. You know what I mean?
What was your sport?
I played
sport?
soccer.
Okay. Were you fast at least?
I got fast.
Oh,
but
really?
like initially I was slow. I remember I was goalie because I was like chubby as a kid. They made me goalie for a while. I remember like in one game someone scored like 13 goals on me. It was fucked up. It was like
13 goals. Yeah. Were you not moving at all?
I was not moving at all. And then or I was just moving late. Like my hand-eye coordination not fully together. Like just
How old were you?
Around 11.
Oh man, that must have hurt you so much.
So much, you know. That's probably why I do comedy, from the fucking.
Because you got scored on. I know.
Yeah. The goalie days.
13 goals at 11 years old. You must have been pretty bad because they don't even kick the ball that hard.
Yeah, no. It's haunting. How bad?
Are you still uncoordinated a little bit?
I'm not uncoordinated. You know what I mean?
Got you.
Like, and then I got good at soccer, but never great.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, I was never varsity.
Oh, really?
No, I couldn't even do that. I sucked, is what I'm saying.
So you played like freshman year?
I played for like a long time, like AYSO.
Okay. Have no idea what that means.
That's just like the regular league, not club soccer.
Okay.
And then I was like the best. I played like for a long time there, so I got good.
Oh, so you were the best out of the bad people.
I was the best out of the shitty players. Yeah.
Okay, good.
And I was really good on JV, but I never like stuck with it. I knew my lane.
I got you.
Soccer.
I like it.
But then also I tried basketball. Terrible. Worse at basketball than soccer.
Because how tall are you?
5'2".
Yeah. They made you a guard, didn't they? They wanted to dribble the ball and stuff like that. That's awesome. So you couldn't shoot or anything like that?
No, I had a net. Like my parents were like, okay.
I had a net.
Like, I had
you mean
net.
a basket?
I played horse. I played whatever it's fucking called.
I had a net.
I had a net. It makes it sound like I'm going to catch butterflies, which basically I would have been better at. I also did softball for a while. I was okay at that.
Yeah.
Did you do baseball?
No, I played t-ball.
Okay.
I was running to first base, and I was running, and they threw the ball to first base. It hit me in the head. You know, they have a little helmet. It hit me in the head. I literally walked to my parents, hit me in the head, walked to my parents, and we left, and I never went back. It's like, boom, bye, and I never went back to playing baseball because it was like, dude, no.
Yeah.
And so that scared me. That scared me getting hit.
Yeah.
I didn't mind hitting people or getting hit with pads on.
Yeah.
But the baseball, like being thrown and they missed the throw and it hit you in the head, I was like, dude, I'm out. I can't play this sport.
Yeah, baseball seems like easy to break your nose on.
Yeah, it's funny. I'm like, don't like pain. Like I played football for like 18, 19 years and I never broke a bone in my body.
Really?
Well, not 18, 19, like 15 years, 14.
That's
anyway, I've never broken any bone in my body.
That's good.
Yeah.
Knock on wood.
Knock on wood.
I'm all fucking superstitious now.
That's when they told you to drink a lot of milk. Now it's like almond milk, coconut milk. I love oat milk, by the way.
I love oat milk.
Oat milk's the best.
Oat milk is the best milk.
Do you know Coffee Bean started serving oat milk? Yes.
This just changed the direction of my day.
2 weeks ago, they changed to oat milk, and I haven't stopped going. I get an Americano, regular size Americano, oat milk, splash of oat milk. So for anyone listening, here's the key. If you go to Starbucks, they don't have oat milk yet. They said in like a month they'll have it. But what you do is you ask for a splash of oat milk or almond milk, and they don't charge you for a latte.
Really?
Because if you just ask for oat milk, they'll charge you for a latte because that's what it is. So they'll give you the same amount of milk if you ask for a splash.
Ooh.
And then you save like $1.50.
You ask for a splash instead of a latte.
Because a splash is free.
This is actually genius.
It
I
is
don't know
genius.
how you found this loophole, but I respect it.
Well, let me tell you, because I got mad at a person at Starbucks. It was at the airport at LAX, and I hate this woman that works behind it. But I go, hey, I just want a little bit of almond. This is when I drank almond milk. I just want a little bit of almond milk in it. And so she just poured a little bit. And she goes, all right. And then she hit the register. Another $1 popped up. I go, no. I don't want a latte. She goes, oh, well, you need to ask for a splash.
No.
Yeah. I go, oh, okay. Well, give me a splash. And then she took the charge off. So now everywhere I go, I just say a splash. A splash of oat milk, almond milk saves you $1, $1.50, depending on where you go.
Splash. This is like amazing.
I'm telling you, and it works. And it works.
You're welcome, listeners, viewers.
I'm bringing some good stuff to your show.
You really are.
You know,
I'm like so happy we're learning about splashes versus lattes today. This is
Thank you. And let me
fire.
tell you, all your listeners are going to be very appreciative of that.
They are.
They are.
They're going to be saving $1, and they're going to be like, "Thanks,
But just think, how many calls you go like 5-6 times a week, probably?
I have a problem. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
let's say you go 10 times. That's $10 a week you're saving.
Yeah, that's true.
What a splash.
Do you ever make coffee stuff at home?
I do. But you know what?
It's not as good.
It's not as good, and it's almost the same price because I used an espresso. So each pod is like $1.50. Then you have to buy the oat milk. So over a long run, you save money, but it doesn't taste as good. And I wake up so early. Coffee Bean has no line.
What time do you get up?
Every morning, 5 a.m., 5:30.
What are you doing at this time?
Well, I have a kid. He's not up though. So how we got it is I wake up, I go work out. I do this place called Lift Society.
Okay.
It's amazing.
What is it?
So you just lift weights, but I've never gotten so lean. They let you go at your own pace. It's like a personal trainer. Only 8 people can do the class at once.
Okay.
And so they put everybody through the same workout, but you're not jumping around like idiots.
Okay.
You just they're like, here's our 3 exercises for the day. You got a minute in between each one. We got to finish this segment in like 10 minutes. In my body, it's like college. It's like working out in college.
Okay.
In college, they didn't make you jump around and do all this CrossFit shit that hurts you.
Yeah.
No, you take it on pace. And I've lost like 10 pounds and leaned up.
From
and I love
Lift
it.
Society?
Lift Society.
Okay.
Oh my God, I love it.
Okay.
So I do that from 6 to 7.
Okay.
Wake up around 5:30, and then I come home. I got to tape my radio shows. I got some radio shows at Sirius. So I tape those. And then I come home, take care of the kid. And at the same time, I'm taking care of my son, helping my wife out. She's pregnant again.
Okay.
I have my Apple Watch on because we're having another baby this week at some time, so I gotta always keep checking. So it could
at some time this week.
Yeah, so it could pop out right now. So I'm just always on alert right now.
Oh my god, if it pops out right now, that would be gnarly.
Yeah, it would on your podcast.
Yeah, Michael Yo's wife's giving birth, so he has to leave, and then it just becomes a weird solo podcast.
Yeah, right.
So me talking about splashes of oat milk alone.
There you go. There you go.
Wait, that's crazy. Do you know what you're having?
No, my wife wanted to wait. I know.
You don't know what you're having?
No, we have we have a boy.
Okay.
He's 2.5. So the whole family wants a girl, but we don't know.
Okay.
I don't know. I think I'm hoping for a girl because my wife was like a beauty queen and her mom was like a pageant mom, and my mom just wants a girl.
Okay.
And I just want all the women in the family happy.
Yeah.
Because I won already. I got my son.
Yeah.
It's not like there's a girl first and I'm like, oh, I hope I have a boy.
Yeah.
My wife is going through that now. You know, because I told her 2 is it. Like, and my wife is like, well, if it's another boy, we just have to try again. No, this is a life. You're not just purchasing like something that you can take back, like for a third child. Like, I love how my wife talks about it. Like, oh, it's just another kid. I'm like, yeah, that's a lifelong commitment to just have another kid.
Yeah. How's the pregnancy going?
She threw up for the first 4 months, 3 to 5 times a day. It was horrible for her. Horrible.
The first what?
4 months. She lost weight in her pregnancy where the doctor got really scared. But now she got it all back. So she's healthy. It's great. The baby's good. We're just waiting.
Throwing up 3 to 5 times a day?
For 4 months.
Oh, hell no.
Yeah. I know you couldn't handle that.
I can't handle anything. I couldn't even handle being goalie.
Yeah, I know.
You know what I mean?
13 goals?
Pregnant? Are you fucking kidding me?
Do you ever want kids?
I want kids, but I want to have them under the right circumstances.
Oh my God, what does that mean?
I mean, I'm sure there's never a right circumstance. Like right now, if I had a child, it would be very impossible for me to fully support that child emotionally, financially, on all of the levels.
I got you.
Especially because I'm not even dating anybody, so I'd have some like explaining to do.
You would. You'd just show up with a kid,
with a random fuckboys baby.
Yeah.
It'd be like, oh shit, I'm pregnant with the spawn of a fuckboy. I can't.
Yeah, don't do that. No. Then it's a fuck boy or girl.
Yeah.
It's like So what type of guys are you into? Let's learn about you.
What type of guys am I into? I mean, it could really.
Or girls, because I don't want people sensitive.
I'm not a lesbian.
Okay.
But I appreciate you being inclusive.
Yeah,
It's
because
important.
I don't want to get attacked.
You're not going to get attacked. I am straight, and I like pretty much I like a wide range of men. Like, if you name a type, I probably already dated that type.
Really?
Like hippie guy with dreadlocks, white guy, check.
Okay.
Dated that.
White guy with dreadlocks, hippie? Is that what?
That was a college experience.
Okay, college.
You know what I mean? Check.
Asian guy. See?
No.
Okay, have you dated a black guy?
No, but I've made.
How have you said you haven't dated a black?
I haven't dated a black guy or an Asian guy.
I've dated so much diversity of white guys, all kinds of white guys.
You're right. Maybe that's the problem.
Yeah.
It's just too many of white guys.
Yeah, you need to mix it up a little bit.
Okay.
Just try. You might as well try. I mean, if you're single, try it out. Like my thing.
I know, but like this is the issue.
What?
The dates.
Yeah.
Are rough.
What do you mean?
While you're in the experimental phase of let's just try this out, it's like, ugh.
You hate it, huh?
I hate it. And I'm like so easily
turned off.
I
love how I'm finishing your sentences for
Yeah. It'll be like I dated this guy, it was fine until I realized he was like obsessed with himself and crystals. And
are you a crystals person?
Okay, here's the thing.
I'm
not an open crystals person.
Okay. Closed door.
But I low-key have a couple. But I don't have a lot.
Do you really believe crystals make a difference? This is ridiculous.
It depends on how stoned I am. Like if I'm like stoned, I'll be like, yeah, these are magic. But if I'm just like chilling, like now, like, I mean, like I'm not one of those people that's like, okay, I'm getting rid of my vitamins because I have crystals. Like I'm not crazy.
Yeah, don't be crazy.
That would be crazy.
Like I don't believe in zodiacs. I don't believe in crystals.
You don't believe in zodiacs?
No. No.
At all?
None.
You don't even like sometimes like to.
They say such like zodiacs. Oh, if you're a blank sign, today you're strong.
What sign are you?
Scorpio.
I don't know shit about Scorpios.
What are you?
You're an Aries.
An Aries. What's that? So what does an Aries mean?
I don't know. It's the sign of the ram. It means you're impatient. I mean, we could get into it, but a lot of people are impatient.
That's what
and
I'm saying.
I'm not going to be able to convert you right now on
never,
this podcast
never.
to
For crystals, for zodiacs,
singing bowls. You're into
singing bowls. What's that? Is that meditation stuff? What is,
yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
I mean, I like sleep. Like I could fall asleep to that.
Yeah. What about sage?
Get it out of here. Sage, are you serious?
Would you do it ever?
You
Would
know-
you sage your house?
Let me tell you something. The last three things we
bad
named
vibes.
are all white people things. I've never
100%.
heard one of my black friends go, say, man, you know what I'm going to do today? I'm going to sage my motherfucking place. No, never. Never.
It is weird white people shit.
It is white people stuff. I don't know
It's like crazy white people witchcraft.
That's why black people don't do it, or Asians, or any
Yeah.
diversity. Except I really, honestly, never heard anyone of any other ethnicity besides white people say they sage stuff. Think about it.
I think people like in like South America where they're like smoking like ayahuasca or something.
So you got to be high to believe sage works, right?
Yeah.
Is that what it is?
I think you're right. I think like you have to be high as fuck to believe that sage
That
works.
more smoke is going to... I believe more smoke is going to
To
get
cleanse,
stuff.
purify
Yeah.
the air.
Is this the first podcast you've done without smoking?
No. Oh, my podcast Shank?
Yeah.
No, I had a different podcast that was like a snack podcast, but they were smoking on that a little
Yeah.
bit. Yeah. I do stuff not smoking too.
Really? Mm-hmm. You don't have as much fun, do you? Not
I
smoke.
always have fun.
I know you do.
I have fun all the
I
time.
thought you were going to smoke so I could at least smell it, but whatever.
Oh, you don't smoke?
No, I don't smoke.
Have you ever?
No. So I haven't because after you get like 25 to over 30 years old, now I do want to smoke, but I can't just do it for the first time with anyone, you know? So it has to be like with Obama, Jennifer Aniston. Like I've waited so
Snoop?
long. I've been in Snoop's tour bus while the whole bus was smoking and I didn't smoke. Snoop smokes with everybody. That's not special.
Okay.
Like, I need
how
somebody-
You're so particular about this.
No, I need a story. If you're gonna do something,
Oprah?
oh yes, Oprah. If Oprah
I
said,
would love to smoke with Oprah.
if Oprah said, "Hello,
Yes.
here's a joint," I would do it in a heartbeat with Oprah, Obama, Jennifer Aniston. Who else would I want to smoke with for the first time?
Obama.
Obama would be
Yeah.
amazing.
Michelle Obama. I'd take
Michelle, yeah, that's about it. So unless one of those people step up, you know, because
Cher.
no, I don't even go see Cher's concert, much less smoke with her.
Steven Tyler.
Nah, no. Give me some good names.
All right,
Who do I
all
lo-
right.
Leonardo DiCaprio.
Wait. Okay, Leo.
I mean, that's a great story. Al
But
Pacino.
Cher?
Cher? I don't even like. No.
I'm really pushing this Cher thing
I know,
on.
you must
I'm like,
really
let's
love
talk
Cher.
Cher and Sage, shall we?
You love Cher,
I
don't you?
love fucking Cher.
Yeah, she's good, but not my flavor. Like, and I don't want to do Drake because I think he's kind of cheesy, but I like his music.
Yeah, no.
You know,
Rihanna?
Nah,
Yeah, I'm not that stoked on the idea of smoking with her. Nicki Minaj?
no,
Missy Elliott?
no. I think we named like it would have to be somebody just out of left field that I really respect. Oh,
Barbara Walters.
no, Denzel Washington.
Okay.
Denzel Washington. Tiger Woods.
Whoa, plot twist. Tiger
Yeah.
Woods? I think that would trip me out.
Because he's black and Asian like me. Yeah,
You guys have that connection?
we do. We're Blasian. That's right.
Well,
So, but I do want to smoke because now it's like, you know, growing up, like, oh, don't do drugs, don't smoke weed. And now it's like, oh, we were just kidding. You can smoke weed all you want. It's legal. Go have fun. So I do want to smoke it, but now I've waited so long. I want to do it with somebody.
does
like-
your wife smoke weed?
No.
Do you think maybe after the baby she'll be down and you guys can
No,
have
I don't
like
think
a
she-
new parent joint?
No, right? That'd be amazing. But no, I don't think she would ever, like, she's never done drugs. I've never done, well, she's never done, I've never done drugs. So I don't know. It's weird where here's what turned me off of drugs when I was young. This is starting with alcohol. All my friends got plastered in high school like you do at parties.
Yeah.
But then I would be the guy that woke up early and would see them all just destroyed, throwing up. And I go, why would I want to make myself feel that way? So I just never, that kind of triggered my mind to go, why? No, I don't want to do that to my body. And I drank from like 21 to 23, 24. Mm-hmm. But after that, I was done.
Yeah, I drank from like 14 until I was like 30.
Really?
And then I was just like, I'm done.
Really? You just cut it out like that?
Yeah, because like I never really was like a big drinker. Like I would just do it to fit in.
Yeah,
like,
social drinker.
Yeah, like I did it in college, but I just remember being like, I was such a lightweight.
Yeah,
that I was like, this isn't even fun.
Yeah, my thing is I would drink, and if I had one drink, I would have a headache for 4 days, 3 to 4 days.
Same.
So I just said, this is not worth it.
Yeah, that's why I started smoking weed instead.
So do you? So what has that done for you? Has it chilled you out a lot more, or do you feel any different, or it's like you smoke so much, it's like whatever now?
It chills me out. I don't.
But you're pretty chill.
Yeah, I don't do it before I go on stage ever. I'll do it if I'm writing. It's fun for me to write high. And that's kind of about it. Yeah. But the thing that I like about it is it's like you can be social with it in comedy, but you won't be hungover.
Yeah. There's no hangover at all.
No. Unless you had like a bunch of edibles.
Okay.
And like an edible high is a completely different experience.
Is it really?
Yeah.
See, this is all foreign to me.
So you've never done like mushrooms?
Oh no, I'm scared, and I'm also scared of drugs because I have an addictive personality.
Yeah.
So I feel like if I really liked it, I would keep doing it.
Yeah.
So I don't want to ever start that. Like when I got into stand up, first time I got off stage, I was like, I love this, and literally jumped head first into it and went up 6-7 times a week, was just going up everywhere I could. Like that's my mentality. So I was like, if I say liked a certain drug, my addictive personality would be like, I need more of that, I need more of that. So that I know myself, so I stay away from it.
Yeah, stand up is also like the best drug.
Oh my gosh.
There's like no other drug that
let me tell
compares.
You and when I bring this up to comedians, let me tell you, the best feeling in stand up is I tell everybody it's the only place all your senses are so high that you're doing so much at one time that nobody will ever experience that unless you do stand up. Just think about what's going on. You're on stage saying things that you're thinking about out of your mind, totally thinking about something else, hearing conversations, looking at somebody saying, oh, I need to change that, they're not having fun. Hearing an order, so literally all your sense while you're still saying your comedy act. Yeah. So it's like almost like it's as close to an out of body experience you're going to get, where you're kind of seeing yourself, but noticing everything in the room, hearing conversations. But what's crazy is you're also saying your act at the same time, and nothing misses a beat. Isn't that crazy? It's
fucking crazy. When you think about it that way, it's really crazy. And for me, it's like when I go on stage, it's like the most present I ever am.
Yes.
Because like you have to be. So there's like, you're not like on your phone. You're not. It's like the most present. It's like takes me out of myself. It feels like I like black out. Almost
100%.
I don't feel like I'm in my body. Yeah, no, I agree.
It feels so good. The only other time, like there's no other time I feel like that on stage, but now like I've dedicated the last 10 years to stand up. So next year I'm kicking off a new tour to work on my new hour. Cool. So, but at the same time now I'm starting to act a lot more. Mm-hmm. And I notice when you get into, I'm starting to get a lot of scripts. So when you get into it, that's the only time I can separate from a phone and really you jump into but it's different when you go into audition. Even if you connect with a person, it's cool in an actor where you can emotionally connect with somebody you have no idea. You don't even know who they are, but you're connecting through the script. And that feels amazing, but it's not even close to stand up.
Yeah. Okay, so you've been doing stand up for
10 years.
10 years.
Yeah,
okay.
Going on 10 this year.
Okay, cool. Me too.
Yeah.
Almost 10. Yeah.
Yeah. So
and then before that, was it mostly acting?
It was hosting. I hosted E! Entertainment. I hosted Extra. I hosted on Entertainment Tonight, Insider. I was on Chelsea Lately. Chelsea Lately got me into comedy because I was just a reporter. But since all the roundtable people were comedians, people just assumed I was one.
Okay.
So I was like, I'm gonna try it, and literally I walked out. I did my first time up. I did 15 minutes.
Holy shit, that's a lot of time for.
But I didn't know you weren't supposed to do that.
Yeah.
And it's
that's
funny
good.
when you don't know the limitation. Like, I didn't know you're supposed to go to 3, 5, 8, 12, 15. They were like, oh, you're going to go on tonight. I wanted to try it out. I was in Miami. I went up. I did 15 minutes, did a bunch of crowd work, told some family stories, and got off. They're like, wow, you did 15 minutes your first time. But I didn't know you weren't supposed to do that. Isn't it crazy when you don't have, like, a ceiling? You're supposed to... Like, when there's no ceiling and there's no like, when you don't know you're supposed to do only 3 minutes first, you could do so much more.
Yeah, it's like we put our own limitations on ourselves. I know, it's so weird. It is true, because, and then if you can get too inside your own head. You'll be like,
you can.
Oh, like, I remember like the first time I did a longer set, I was like, I did it. I did the full time.
Yeah.
Yes, and it doesn't even feel like it.
No, and then you notice once you get better and better and better, where we used to struggle so hard to hit 20 minutes, now it's like, I'm just getting started.
I know.
At 20, it's like, oh, okay. All right. Good night. You know, like, when I go do 15 minutes now, I've made it, since I'm working on new stuff, I always, anytime in town, Laugh Factory, Comedy Store, Improv, I always bring a piece of paper up there on new special jokes, because I've gotten to the point now where I'm not worried about if it's funny or not. And it takes a while to get to that point.
Yeah. But when you do, it feels so good.
And when you do, because now you're not doing it for them, you're doing it for
you.
I got to do. This is work, and now I'm working.
Yeah.
And a book that's changed that idea is he was actually on Joe Rogan's podcast. He was a Navy SEAL named Doggins. His last name is Doggins.
Okay.
And his thing was like, if you're not bettering yourself, like if you're not always pushing yourself, you're just staying in the same place. And of course that's obvious, but the way he went through Navy SEAL training and all this. And my thing is, like, if I don't go up every night trying to get better, then I'm not disrespecting, but I'm failing me as a husband, me as a father, because I'm telling my son to be the best he can. So if I'm not living that and pushing the boundaries, and sometimes you gotta bomb or tell a bad joke for it to get better. So every night now I've just decided, you know what? Here's my set that I'm going to do in my new special, and here's all the beats, and I'm going to just go through it, and whatever hit, and then it's so fulfilling at the end. It's
so fulfilling.
Like I did 20 minutes last night at a charity event of all new stuff. So now I know I got a solid 20 to 25
that feels
minutes.
So good.
It's so good. And I didn't say
good.
any old stuff, and it was like, and they loved it.
That's like the best feeling. I was in this pattern of like saying these jokes that like I've had for so long, and then I would feel like shit afterward because it was, like,
you didn't push yourself.
Even though I would like do great, it was just that feeling. It's like feels cheap. You're like, I'm a fraud, and like no one should be laughing at me. I've been doing these jokes for too long. So like now, just like over the last 6 months, I've just been like switching stuff out, and the feeling is so good when you have a new bit.
Because I have a 45 minutes that I know I can go anywhere and crush, or an hour that I can crush. But the thing is, that's autopilot. You know what I mean? And you're not, and at that same time, when you do anything you know you're good at, and it in your mind is not challenged, so there's no new wrinkle in your mind.
Yeah.
But when you say a joke, the excitement you have to say the new joke, it's a whole new experience, and it sparks the mind, and it makes you push yourself even more. So yeah, it's a great feeling.
Yeah.
When you get off a stage with new material.
Yeah, and I do think that like if you're excited about it, then the audience can pick up on that, versus like if you're like
and you're opening up the curtain. Like when I walk up there with a piece of paper, because I don't write jokes, I just write copy points.
Yeah, I do that
like
too.
Bullets.
Yeah, like if it's about like a muffin, I'll just write muffin, and then I'll put like arrow. Like it looks crazy serial killer-ish. Like, are you okay? Because your notes don't seem like you are.
Right. You know what's funny is I was at a restaurant at my last. It was probably like 3 shows. I forgot what city I was in. But I had my set next to me, and I do the same thing. So I had this, what did it say? Diversity. And then it went, it was something like, but it was killing. It was something like, I have a joke about, something about killing something, but it wasn't like as bad as it seemed. It's just a keyword for me to trigger
It's
that.
like diversity, killing.
Yeah. So the guy next to me was like, whoa, what is, like, he called me, it's like, hey, what's it? Because it was like diversity, killing, school. I'm like, what? No, this is just my story about, I killed it. And, so he looked at it. It was funny for a person to read your notes that's not in comedy or not know what you're thinking. It looked like a serial, like you said. It looks like a freaking serial killer.
Yeah.
Because you got arrows.
Yeah. Do you write your stuff with like a
Never.
pen?
I've never. I just write bullet points.
Okay.
Like for instance, I have there's this bit I'm writing because everybody wants a girl, so my mom's at our house. So she's trying. I named my son after my dad, and my mom, is campaigning. So the bit's called campaigning.
That's
so
funny.
I know that I'm gonna talk about my mom trying to get us to name, if it's a girl, the name of her.
That's funny.
Of my mom. Yeah, but her name is Cum. So I'm not naming my daughter Cum. Yeah, Cum. So
No.
that, yeah.
Your
yeah.
mom's name is Cum?
Cum.
No.
Yeah. Yes. Cum. Cum.
No.
Yes. And everybody calls her Cum. And can you imagine as a kid growing up with a mom named Cum? It was terrible. Like my dad.
No.
Yes, and my dad made me introduce her to everybody. Go, hey, this is my mom's
Cum.
This is my mom Cum.
No.
Yeah, and I used to introduce her as Kim, and this is no lie, and I'm not trying to be funny. I'll go, oh, this is my mom Kim, and my mom would come in and go, no, Kim, me Cum.
No.
Yes, it was horrible.
No.
It was horrible.
No.
Yeah. So
does she know?
Well, for a long time she didn't because my dad never told. See, my parents have they make fun of each other a lot.
Okay.
So they love to crack jokes on one another. So my dad never told my mom what her name meant. So she didn't know what it meant. So it was and then he would make me introduce her. So he'd go, hey, go introduce you. Because I knew what it meant. And he knew that was even funnier because she didn't know. And he would make me introduce. Oh, yeah. So that's the joke, campaigning. So I go through that funny story.
That's crazy that your mom's name is Cum.
Cum, right? It's so bad.
That's so funny.
Yeah, it's
So
like,
of course
just think
you're
about
a
this.
comedian.
My mom, that's the thing is, it's funny. Like people are like, how you come up with your stuff? It's like literally it's true. I've never written a joke. I tell real life stories, like my mom trying to open a restaurant and wanting to use her name in the restaurant. And it's like, you can't do that. Like, and my dad was just like, I think we need a different name.
Cum Cafe.
Cum Cafe.
What?
Cum for food.
That's hilarious. What?
Yeah.
That's crazy. So do you find that like having like a kid, does that help with your writing?
Oh my God. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like my new hour, like is about my son. It's about the delivery room. It's about how I'm a competitive father. I take him to the park so he can like compete with other kids. Like I'm that dad,
Wait, are you like the
I'm not the
sideline dad?
No, I'm not going to be that guy. But I just.
But do you have to fight that like internally?
No, because but I do want to know how good he is.
Okay.
And he's only 2.5, and that's what's bad. Like, so
Okay.
I'm trying to have him play with other 2.5-year-olds.
Okay.
To see how advanced he is, and he's pretty advanced. like my son at 2 years old can hit a golf ball over the fence. Like he could hit it about like 20 yards. Like he's insane.
So do you set up little like athletic challenges
Yes, I
around the
do.
house?
Like I'm so bad, but yes.
You do?
Oh man, soccer, basketball, golf, football.
Okay.
But I don't set it up. He just asks to play.
Okay.
But everything's laying around for him.
Yeah. You're like, oh yeah. Any sports you're interested in?
Sports are always on television.
Yes.
Oh yeah. But he digs Frozen. He digs all the Disney movies. So
do you have Disney Plus?
Yes.
I love it.
Do you?
Yeah.
Oh, it's the best, isn't it?
I fucking love Disney Plus. I'm so amped on it. I've been talking about it on every podcast. I'm like, can we talk about Disney Plus?
It's so good. It's so good that I haven't even got, and I love Marvel, but I haven't even got to that tab yet.
Oh, I haven't even.
See, I haven't.
I may never even.
It's like I'm into, tonight I want to watch Lady in the... Here's what's funny is I haven't seen these animated films ever. Because I was too old when they came out. I just saw Frozen for the first time.
Okay.
So-
and how was that? Because I feel like it's very hyped. Did
Frozen?
you like it?
It was solid.
Okay.
It was solid. But I just saw Aladdin.
For the first time?
For the first time. It came out.
Did you love it?
It was cool. It was cool.
Okay.
It came out in 1992, and I was like, dude, I was like 16, 17 years old. I'm not going to watch
Okay.
this at like 15, 14 years old. You know, I was a dude, too. I'm
Yeah.
like, you know, I was broing it out then. I wasn't watching
Yeah, what were you
Aladdin.
doing then?
Playing football.
Hanging out with the boys.
That's right.
Doing man shit.
Doing man shit.
Lifting. Tackling.
Building something.
Yeah.
You know, working on a car.
Sawing.
You know.
Man shit.
Man shit. Eating
Yeah.
chicken wings at Hooters.
Yeah. Amazing.
Yeah, so but I love like finding like watching all the because my son watches them. I'm not just in there watching them by myself. I don't want
Right.
But my son's there, so I'm like, oh wow. So I'm watching all these. I finally saw the Lion King, the first Lion King. I've never seen that. Yeah.
You just saw the first line. Did you love it?
Love.
Okay.
It's so much better than the new one. Like
I won't even see the new one because the old one is how I need to remember Lion King.
Let me tell you something. Here's what's great about, and maybe I'm talking out of terms because I don't really know because it was so long ago, but what it seems is they hired people based on voices of characters and if you could really sing, you know, and if it fit. Today, all animated films are about finding celebrities to do it to get press for it. Not necessarily being the best animated movie. It's about being the best animated movie with a lot of stars in it.
Yeah.
In Lion King, you don't even know, besides James Earl Jones. What, is that his name?
I don't know.
Well, who was James? I think so. Right? James Earl Jones.
We got confirmation.
He was the big voice of the big lion. I don't even know. Not Mufasa. Yes. Okay, thumbs up. So besides him, I don't know the other voices.
Me either.
They weren't huge celebs because they just sounded great and they could sing. It's like, what's the movie, Little Mermaid I finally saw.
Oh, you just saw it?
Yeah.
Did you like it?
Loved it.
Little Mermaid's
It's
so
the best.
good. Yeah.
The woman can sing. Now I'm so like into Little Mermaid. I wanted to look up the real character, which wasn't a big star. She just could sing and she could. You need to Google this. It looks just like her. And they have her doing the act outs of it side by side, the real life.
Oh, yeah, yeah. Because then
have you
they
seen
draw
it?
from
And then
it.
they draw
no,
from
I've
it.
only seen that with Alice in Wonderland.
Oh, you got to see it with the Little Mermaid.
Have you watched Alice in Wonderland?
I've never seen that. Is it good? Is it on
good.
Disney? Is that
It's good. Yeah, it's Disney.
Okay, I gotta watch it. So I'm seeing these movies because I was like, when all this stuff coming out, I was like 14 and up.
Well,
so.
what about like Robin Hood? Did you watch that as a kid?
I read the book.
Robin Hood's great, and same with Sword in the Stone.
I haven't seen that.
Okay, see, like
Sword in the Stone.
Yeah,
What is that?
it's like a kid with a sword, and he's like an owl. I don't know.
Sounds,
That one I could take or leave.
sounds
honestly.
not entertaining at all.
It is, but like the thing that is, all of the old school illustrations are really pretty.
Yes,
Versus
they
like
are.
now, it's like I don't want the cartoon to look necessarily like real life.
Yeah, that's the problem with the new Lion King too. It's like real animals. Like they couldn't do the facial. You know how the animated ones, their face, you could tell their reaction. It's just a lion. Is the lion mad or angry? I don't happy. I have no idea.
Yeah, and it's also
lion.
like let's just keep it cartoony.
Thank you.
Right?
We're on the same. They're ruining it.
They're talking. The animals are talking, so we don't have to believe that they're real.
Yeah. And then when you try to make a real animal talk, you're like, oh, this is fake.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know, you're making it even faker by trying to.
Yes.
I don't know. I still like what I told my wife. We all watched it. And I go, this one will not be around 25, 30 years from now. Like the original, all the originals will stay and all the other ones will go.
101 Dalmatians is really good too.
I did see that.
Did you?
I read the book or saw it, but I don't remember like.
But the cartoon's good.
Yes.
Did you watch it?
No, I was into He-Man and She-Ra and Josie and the Pussycat Dolls and all that stuff.
I remember Josie and the Pussycats. Remember they made that live action with
Oh yeah, it didn't do well, did it?
but it did well in my heart.
Oh, did it really?
Yeah,
You
like
loved it?
in like middle school. Fuck yeah, I was Josie for Halloween.
Were you really?
Yeah, I don't know who I thought I was.
Who were you Halloween this year?
This year I just was a bitch with ears.
A bitch with ears?
Yeah, I just was myself and I had on bunny ears and
Why'd you just like?
I went through the motions. Did you dress up?
No, I have a son. He dressed up as Woody.
Oh, he dressed up as
And
Woody?
my wife was so pregnant, we couldn't all dress up. But the year before, he was Bruno Mars. Oh, everybody go to my Instagram, by the way, at Michael Yo, and see how adorable my son is. But he was Bruno Mars, and we were his backup band.
No.
It was the cutest
Does he
thing
look
ever.
like Bruno Mars?
Kinda. I mean, yeah,
That's so cute.
He's light skinned.
That's so cute.
Yeah, it was so sweet. Ugh.
Oh, that's so cute.
Yeah, so this year I was nothing, but he was Woody.
My biological clock cannot take it.
Really? Do you want kids though?
Like one.
Huh?
Like one.
One. That's perfect.
One is fine. I don't want to not yet.
Okay. And no, you don't even have a man.
No, yeah.
Yeah.
I know. I told my therapist I wanted a kid, and he was like, "May I suggest a 3D printer?" And I was like, "Am I getting roasted by my therapist right now?"
So everybody in LA has a therapist.
Yeah.
I've never been to a therapist.
Really?
Yeah.
But you seem like pretty stable. It seems like you work out every day.
Here's what's interesting is I was talking to a therapist because they do my podcast and things like that. So I was talking to her and she goes, I hate when people say everybody needs to go to a therapist because a lot of people don't need to go to a therapist, but the people that go to therapists say to those people, oh, it's like working out your mind. And she goes, a lot of people don't need, like they're in a good space. So going to a therapist could be really bad for them too. Nobody ever talks about that. Going to a therapist could actually open up a lot of stuff that
it opens up some shit. It's like opening up Pandora's box. You're like,
does it really?
I mean, yeah, I think yes and no, because like you're like with a good therapist, like you're going back and you're like figuring out what makes you the way you are, and sometimes it's like, oh, well, maybe that was actually kind of a fucked up situation and you didn't even realize it, but now you're having this breakthrough in therapy. And it's like, maybe I wish I just never knew that.
See? And that's what she was saying. Like, if you're happy and everything is good, don't go to a therapist.
Yeah, but you seem happy.
Oh, I love life. But
you seem like naturally happy.
I am.
You are?
I'm a naturally happy dude.
This is a rare thing.
I would be a great person to hang out with if I did smoke weed. Because I would be even happier, I would imagine.
Yeah, I feel like you're naturally high.
I am.
I'm trying to process this information.
No, I am. I'm hardly ever sad. I'm always smiling. It's funny, like people go, wow, you sound always happy, but that's my normal voice. Like people go, why you sound so happy?
It does.
I have a very excited voice when I'm not excited. Like my voice right now sounds like I'm excited. Like, hey, what's up? But that's my normal voice. Like I'm not. Well, I am excited because I'm on this. podcast.
Yeah.
But I just have that uppity type.
That's good.
I love it. I like myself.
Yeah, I like it. I like meeting a comic like that.
Yeah. Well, I mean, comedy comes from what do they say? Bad experience or what? But mine comes from like I've had bad experiences, but I don't dwell on them. Like I talk about on stage how my parents didn't tell me they loved me till I was 29 because we didn't know we were supposed to do that.
Really?
Like Asian people don't really say that, and my dad. I've never heard my parents tell each other they love each other.
Really?
To this day, because we just don't. We know.
Right.
And in Asian culture, you should not say something that's known. They even say it in Crazy Rich Asians. She goes, I love you. He goes, no need to say something that's known. Like literally, that's the approach to it. And then I dated an Italian woman where they say I love you coming out the womb. Literally, they come out, I love you. Like literally. And I called my dad. I remember this. I called my dad and she convinced me to call him and tell him I loved him. He hung up on me because he didn't know what to say. Yes. I was like, I love you. Like, psh, click.
Yeah.
He didn't know what to say. But now we say I love you. So like everybody says I love you to each other. But I still haven't seen my dad tell my mom or vice versa. They love each other.
That's crazy.
But
How long have they been together?
49 years.
I think it's like assumed.
Yeah, 40. It is assumed.
After 49 years, it's like you better love her.
And they're still the same. I remember ever since I can remember, they would always crack jokes on each other. To this day, they still crack jokes, like nonstop.
That's amazing.
Yeah, like they're always making fun of each other.
I love that.
Yeah.
Well, you know what? That's our episode.
What? Already?
Yeah, so fast. Thank you so much for coming on. Do you have anything you want to promote?
Yes. So I have a podcast, iTunes, Spotify. It's the Michael Yo Show.
The Michael Yo Show.
So just like you, I have on comedians, I have on actors, I have on health experts. So
cool.
Yeah. So that and Instagram at Michael Yo, and I have a special on Amazon Prime.
Oh, what's it called?
Blasian.
Blasian.
Watch
Okay.
it for free. Everything michaelyo.com, michaelyo.com. Go there and watch the special for free.
Oh, that's awesome. So Blasian, and that's your special.
Yeah.
Okay, so cool. And then do you post your show dates online?
Oh, yeah. So it's on my website, michaelyo.com, but only have one more show left this year besides local. I'll be at the new Hard Rock in Fort Lauderdale.
Cool.
December 19th through 22nd.
Okay, awesome. Well, go support Michael Yo.
Thank you. Spirit sprinkles.
Yeah,
spirit hands or whatever.
That.
Yeah.
We love that. More spirit sprinkles are needed in daily life. Thank you guys so much for listening to another episode of Shank. Please make sure to subscribe, rate, and review, and I will see you next time. Thanks.